It can be embarrassing if your car won't start after refueling at the gas station. But don't freak out. The most frequent causes of your car not starting after filling up with gas are listed below. Your car's gas tank is full and you are ready to start driving, but the engine won't turn over. What does this indicate, and what actions should you take? Even though you might be in a panic, there are some good explanations why the car won't start after filling up with gas. In this video, we will discuss the 7 reasons car won't start after getting gas. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Dead battery. Your car won't get the necessary starting power if the battery has died or if the connections are loose. Most car batteries have a lifespan of 3 to 5 years, and there are signs that they are beginning to fail. Replace the car battery before it dies if the lights seem dim or if you are having trouble with the accessories. To make sure the connection is sturdy, you should also frequently inspect it for corrosion and clean it off with a baking soda solution. Push the car away from the gas pumps if you need to jump-start the battery to get it going. Nothing that might cause a spark should be done close to the pumps. Bad evap purge control valve. Your car won't start after filling up with gas most frequently because an evap purge control valve is stuck open. The excess air pressure in the tank needs to be released, and the fuel nozzle may not be able to accommodate it. The valve will therefore be pushed straight into the intake manifold if it is stuck open. This will make it difficult to start your car after a refill because too much fuel will enter the combustion chambers when you crank the engine. Clogged fuel filter. Contaminants are prevented from entering the engine by the fuel filter. The fuel is cleared of dirt and debris. These impurities accumulate in the filter over time and eventually block it. You should observe additional symptoms before this issue prevents you from starting the engine. Fuel efficiency drops and performance gradually deteriorates. The engine won't be able to get the fuel it needs once the filter is completely blocked, leading to a no-start condition. The majority of manufacturers advise routine maintenance to include replacing the fuel filter. Depending on the recommendations in your owner's manual, you might need to change it every 20,000 to 30,000 miles. To keep the system clean, it's crucial to use premium fuel. Defective fuel pump. The fuel pump is submerged in the gas tank, ensuring it runs at cooler temperatures. If you allow the fuel level to drop too low, the pump can overheat and become damaged. To move the gas into the engine, the fuel pump must be functional. However, the failing fuel pump is also going to provide you with other symptoms before it gives out completely. If the engine sputters while driving at high speeds, you hear a whining noise coming from the tank or the vehicle continues to stall, the fuel pump might be to blame. To diagnose a bad fuel pump, you will need to check the pressure with a gauge. This can be a complicated task, just as replacing it often proves to be. Bad starter. You won't be able to start the engine if the starter malfunctions. The starter motor is what starts the engine when you turn the key in the ignition. If this is the issue, turning the key might also cause you to hear a clicking noise. Fortunately, there are methods for starting an engine with a bad starter. To get it past a stop, you might try banging on it. You might also try bump starting your car if it has a manual transmission. Failing alternator. There are instances where you might change the car battery only to still experience the issue. It might be an issue with the alternator even though it seems like the battery has died once more. While the engine is running, the alternator is in charge of charging the battery. The battery will quickly run out of power if it isn't working. To examine the alternator's condition, use a multimeter. Check the battery voltage while the engine is off. The voltage should range from 12.5 to 12.8 volts. You should take another reading while the engine is running. But this time, it ought to demonstrate a notable improvement. If not, the alternator needs to be changed. Issues with spark. To ignite the fuel-air mixture inside the engine, spark plugs are required. The engine may initially misfire when a plug fouls or becomes contaminated. However, this issue may also make it difficult to start the motor. One component of the ignition system that may be at fault is the spark plug. Spark plug wires, the ignition module, circuit, and switch are additional considerations. You should replace the spark plugs in accordance with the owner's manual's service recommendation to avoid issues. What to do when the car won't start after getting gas. Sitting at the gas station and having trouble starting your car can be frustrating and embarrassing. You must, however, maintain composure and objectivity in order to make the best choices. Here are a few actions that could be useful to you. Retry to start the car. Possibly, it will succeed this time. Look at the battery connection by opening the hood. Try reconnecting the connections if they are insecure. Push the vehicle away from the fuel pump and jump-start it if the battery is dead. In either case, you now need to move the car. Make sure you are out of the way if additional diagnostics can be performed on you. If you can't figure out what's wrong, you must have the car towed. You should ask for help from a professional if you are unsure how to solve the issue. Don't take on more than you can handle because you run the risk of making things worse.